Whether you're a small business that's already been established and you're looking to grow to that next level and expand your business, or perhaps you've got an idea that you just know is going to be a great business and you need to figure out how to brand it and how to promote it and put it out there, Signs and Ship is the place for you. If you need a logo, they can create one for you. They have a fantastic graphic designer. Business cards, signs, banners, yard signs, mobile advertising, anything you can think of that you need to promote your business, they've got it at Signs and Ship. The best thing about them, too, is each of their locations, whether it's the home base here in Elyria, Ohio that I work with, or their spots in Virginia, Florida, and Pennsylvania, it's all local sourced. Very important to me because we all understand that small business is the lifeblood of the community. So check them out, signsandship.com, or call Chris and Pam today, 440-323-6060, the home office in Elyria, Ohio. Signs and Ship, quality printing at affordable prices.
It's the Sports Fix. We'll be right back.
In baseball, miracles can happen when a team works together.
2 out, bottom of the ninth.
Down to their last strike.
The same is true in the fight against cancer. That's why MLB has teamed up with Stand Up to Cancer. Because we believe that when we all stand up together,
41,000 on their feet,
we can make cancer history.
Now everybody's standing.
What a buzz in this building.
This is beyond a dream. Stand up with MLB at standuptocancer.org.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Ohio knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hi, this is Dean Chenoweth, head coach of Cleveland's Lake Erie Monsters, and you're listening to the Sports Fix.
Welcome back to the Sports Fix Live, final segment. Man, we've crept into hour 3. We're not going long into hour 3, but we have crept into that time frame here. J-Rock back with you guys. It's been a lot of fun. Man, you guys in the chat room get hostile. Everybody gets hot. It's that time of year, man. Football season's getting ugly. People are getting, well, I'd say cabin fever, but nobody's been snowed in yet here. We haven't gotten really any snow, but everybody gets crazy and catty and whatever, man. It's sports talk. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun. We try to have some fun with it, man. Sometimes people take it way too seriously, but it is what it is, man. If you like to have some fun with it, thanks for being a part of it with us. And if not, hey, that's cool too, man. You know, it's not for everybody, but we try to be pretty cool with what we do here and have some fun, and definitely try to be different than everybody else, man. It's been a lot of fun today, you guys. As always, end of another week coming into next week, short week, holiday week here next week. Again, I don't know officially. I'm anticipating Monday, Tuesday shows for sure, and then obviously we'll be off Thursday, Friday. Or excuse me, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday's the one that's kind of up in the air. You know what I mean? But we'll see. I got a funny feeling that, see, I get antsy. I'm not the kind of guy that can take a bunch of days off. I get antsy quickly and feel like I'm being lazy. So as much as I may say I'm not going to do a show on Friday now, by the time we get to next week, I'll probably be like, come on, man, you can't really take 5 straight days off, you know? So anyways, we'll see. But I'm willing to bet that I'll come back around on Friday, and then I'll probably sit here on the air and go, well, this was not the best night. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm thinking next week it looks like we're going to do Monday, Tuesday,
and Friday shows live. And then the following week, it'll probably be similar. We'll skip a day or two for the holiday. I'm not big on the whole, what do we got to skip New Year's Eve for? If you're getting drunk at noon, then hell, you're going to enjoy the show even more. So we don't really got to do a lot there. New Year's Day, perhaps, but, we'll see. But next week, it's looking like Monday, Tuesday, and Friday is what we're shooting for here. We'll be off Wednesday, Thursday, for the actual holidays itself. So we'll move some guys around. We'll see who can fit in where and all that. I know Dan Wismar is going to be with us on Tuesday most likely because he's unavailable on Monday. Jeff Gorman will be in his regular spot. We'll see what's up with some of the other guys. I have no clue when we'll be able to catch up with Doug Plagans, but I'm sure we'll make that happen. Hey, speaking of Doug Plagans, Lake Erie Monsters last night snapped that losing streak here, nipped it in the bud, took care of a 2-game losing streak, 4-3 victory, 3 unanswered goals in the third period to give them that one there. Monsters roared back in the third, as we said. A couple of quick goals there, back-to-back. I know the final one, it was Stephen Elliott scored first on the power play. Agazzino came with it right after that to make it 4-2. Monsters then gave up a goal with less than a minute to go to cut that lead to 4-3, but they hung on for the victory and took the win to make it 13-10, 2-2 on the season. Monsters now off, I believe, was it Saturday? The Griffins of Grand Rapids coming in for their 8th time here this season. Those two teams have played each other a ton. Monsters, early season, playing well at home, 8-5, 0-1. In the last 11 games, Monsters 8-2, 1-0. And looking pretty good here after a slow start to the beginning part of the season. Still some struggles with the power play. Did a good job defending it. They held Milwaukee to 1-for-6, but the Monsters only 1-for-5 themselves on the power play. And we'll talk some more about that next week. I'm not sure, as I said, probably be Tuesday, but if we can't get with Dougie early in the week, we may not be able to catch up with him during the week because we're taking Wednesday and Thursday off. The trouble is some of the guys that are available on those days are only available on those days, so I'll have to see what's up here. Doug's usually a Tuesday guy, but, it all depends on his Monsters commitments as well. Monsters, though, anyway, circling back, 4-3 victory, snapped that 2-game losing streak last night at the Q. Speaking of the Q, tonight, the Cavaliers now take center stage in Quicken Loans Arena as they look to bounce back from that bad defensive performance the other night at the hands of the Hawks. They just let Atlanta just shoot the lights out. They did not defend, plain and simple. We ranted about this the other day. I'm not going to spend another 10 minutes doing it. The Cavaliers played absolutely no defense the other night, and until they change that every night, that's it. That's not even, to me, that's not growth. I mentioned this before. Maybe with some of the young guys, yes, they have to learn it, the really young guys, but everybody else, no. And then guys like LeBron, absolutely not. He knows, and I get it. I know, like I said, the guys, veterans, know when they can grab their wind and when they can take a step back here and there, but guys are not switching right. Guys are being left wide open, and then but it's not the team defense. It's the man defense, and then the team defense sucks behind it. And what kills me is the opposite. When you see them, those times that they do defend, and this is why I get so friggin' pissed about it, is you watch them. When they play man defense, you go, wow, they can defend. Even in the PD this morning, I saw, I cannot remember who wrote it. It might have been the beat writer, Chris Haynes, but talking about, well, you're not just going to turn Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love and Anderson Varejao into all defense first teamers overnight. Yeah, but you can get close. They can give more effort. They can defend and Kyrie Irving can be an all-team defender if he wanted to. Now, he has no interest in giving that effort night in and night out to do it, I don't think. But he could be, because I've seen him. When he wants to, he can do it. He gives that effort, and he can play. It's one thing to give that effort and still not be good at it. Sometimes that happens. He gives that effort and can play. Same thing. I get it, Kevin Love. But if these guys, I go back to what I said the other day, whatever, it's missing in today's basketball, the old-school pride of manning up and just locking up your guy and shutting him down for the game or for as much of the game or for key moments of the game, whatever it is. There was a pride that came in that. Like, Coach, Put that guy on me. Come down to the final stretch of the game, man. Who's going to cover that guy? Put him on me. I want him. I want the responsibility of taking that. And then your team, your switches, those are to cover for bad man defense, or for over aggressive defense, or when you're swinging your rotations around, man. But then the Cavs slip on both ends. They're not defending their man up straight, and then they're late on their rotations, and it happens every time. It's like watching a bad movie and you can't stop it. It's like you're a part of something. It's a horror scene and you can't stop it. You watch that ball swing around, pass, pass, pass. You watch the Cavs shift, shift, shift. That guy's wide open, and it's like clockwork. The ball finds the wide open man, and you go, wow, he was open. And then 4 or 5 possessions like that in a row, you're like, come on here, man. The other night, the Cavs should have won that game. If they'd have played defense, they would have won that game, no doubt. Instead, you'll wonder why you can't get anything going. You're trading 2 for 3, 1 for 3. Every time, it doesn't matter. You can get no momentum going because every time back down, you're leaving a guy wide open, and you're leaving. And again, too, you're getting beat by the other guy. You're not being beat by like that movie, The Other Guys, but you're being beat by the other guys, man. Shelvin Mack going to town, Ryan Anderson just destroying the Cavaliers. Not saying that those guys can't ball, but those guys also, don't ball like that either, like they did. And that to me is not just laziness, but that's cockiness. That's, it's Shelvin Mack. I can play 3 feet away from him. He only averages 4 points a game. 30 points later, he has absolutely sizzled you like a piece of bacon, and you're going, damn, how did Shelvin Mack do that to me? Because you didn't play defense on him. You know what I mean? So, anyways, Cavaliers need to get back to that here tonight, man, as they sit on the precipice of letting things get ugly again. Or do they bounce back out? Man, as I saw, speaking of that article I saw in the write-up on the game in the Plain Dealer this morning, they was like, well, the Cavaliers showed the other night when they only gave up 88 points. And I'm like, wait, you picked the one game against Charlotte that they held on to win after jumping out 21-0. But yeah, okay, that was Charlotte that they gave up that low score to. The other 3 games that they lost here in this run have been the opposite. So let's not point at that like that was some commendable defensive performance there the other night, man. But they got to get out there. They have to get their man defense better. I don't think that's a chemistry. That's not a time together issue. That's not a team thing. Again, that is just man pride. That's just looking at yourselves and saying, forget this, man. How did we get here? It's going back to the playground and finding that dog on defense, man, because in the game, in the NBA, man, that's one-on-one, man. More than football, more than baseball. I mean, it's 5. Yes, there's team. Trust me, a lot of team to it. But those are 5 individual matchups of one-on-one. And I think the NBA has gotten so much into not priding themselves on that straight-up defense and everything being about switches and rotations to make up for guys that don't defend. To me, nowadays, the guys that do defend are the standouts. People talk about the 1 or 2 guys on most squads that love to play defense, man. Everybody should be that guy, man, but it's not that way anymore because defense doesn't make Sports Center, It should. The big blocks do, but that lockdown defense, now it does make Sports Center because it's so rare when you get a night like that where they'll highlight it. But anyways, that pride in that one-on-one defense, man, the Cavaliers have to continue to force themselves to do that each and every night. That's the growing process that I want to see most. Offensively, they're not as incohesive as people make it sound. I mean, yeah, there's times that the ball sticks and doesn't move right, but offensively, they're not terrible. They're averaging $104 a game, and they can only get better from there. That's why the other night I said, man, it's cool that Kyrie felt bad that he wanted to go out and practice some more after the game the other night, but he's shooting. Offense isn't the problem. He should have been out there chasing a ball carrier around, dribbling, and he should have been running up and down the court, following him on defense for 30 minutes instead of shooting some shots and working on his offense. But I do appreciate the effort of going back out there and wanting to get it better. So tonight you've got the Nets. Last time the Cavaliers played Brooklyn, it was the first game of the season. December 8th, Cavs rolled 110-88 now, following up their 29-point loss at the hands of the Atlanta Hawks. Worst loss of the season for the Cavaliers tonight at 7:30.